Taiwan convenience stores, hypermarkets, and supermarkets discard about 36,000 tons of expired food each year. The value of this food waste is more than $160 million, which could provide lunches for children from 340,000 disadvantaged households year-round. This issue has led the government to launch new policies aimed at the food industry to manage the flow and quantity of food waste. Today, we take a look at Taiwan's problem with leftover food and how it can be improved.
First, I strip off these outer leaves because these leaves are a bit old.
This is what happens when consumers don't like vegetables which appear too old. Unwanted vegetable parts are thrown into a trash bin. However, because it is mixed in with plastic bags, it ultimately becomes waste. When opening this barrel of kitchen waste, it's full of residual food waste and flies all around.
The government actually doesn't have a more rigorous mechanism for businesses, such as supermarkets and hypermarkets, to report these expired products, including their amount and where they're disposed of. There are no mandatory rules in place.
Not knowing where leftover food products go, some worry that they may be resold and eaten by unsuspecting consumers. This issue led municipal EPAs and the Ministry of Health and Welfare to strengthen inspection and oversight.
We found that businesses with expired food items or kitchen waste management may not have signed a contract for their removal, and some don't keep disposal records.
During the spot check, 5 hypermarkets declared kitchen waste which didn't correlate with the actual amount being disposed of. This led the EPA to issue a fine of $7,350.
Taipei City has nearly no qualified companies to handle kitchen waste. New Taipei City only has about 4 to 8 legally qualified vendors to deal with kitchen waste, which is not enough to handle the demand.
Legitimate licensed livestock companies cannot handle the current supply of food waste. According to the EPA statistics, last year the recycling rate for domestic kitchen waste was only 8.37%. This means the vast majority of recyclable kitchen waste produced by stores and consumers is actually sent to incinerators.
Kitchen waste containing sodium chloride can actually produce dioxin, which is a real concern, as incineration isn't a good way to deal with the waste.
Some 40% of home kitchen waste is mixed with ordinary garbage and sent to incinerators. This waste can be used to make compost or livestock feed. A Homemakers Union Foundation survey found grocery store food waste amounted to $22 million every year, and hypermarkets had more than 4 times the waste, accounting for $94 million in wasted food every year.
Distributors like to say that they want to provide consumers with the experience that when walking into the store, the shelves are full and that they won't run out of stock. But often consumers have a limited budget.
Food supply exceeds just how much food is needed. Hypermarkets and grocery stores dispose of leftover food, with 42% being sold to pig farmers as feed, 21% being sold through clearance discounts, and 5% being returned to the supplier. However, some 29% is sent to garbage incinerators.
Food that has yet to be classified as waste should be fully used to help reduce the burden on our trash distribution system.
In the past, management of kitchen waste simply required prompt removal and disposal, along with accurate reporting of the source of the food. Recently, however, a leftover food program has led the source of such food to undertake reporting responsibilities and relevant management, meaning that discarded food must be tracked, including the quantity and where it is sent.
We should invite third-party companies to help those in the food industry do a check of food waste and do a survey and show them how to improve the situation.
Accurate control of food sourcing is needed to reduce food waste. It's not enough to just think about ourselves and what we have to eat. Instead, we should share these food resources with those who are hungry around the world, as well as respect Mother Earth.